for restaurants. You can serve ads during lunchtime to people who are half a mile around your restaurant, and you can filter then to people who are, if it's a Mexican food restaurant, you can buy ads to people who have been to other Mexican food restaurants, for example. Hey, so today in this video, we're talking about how to use factual to target people who go to specific events. So we're going to start with adding places. This is their interface. We're going to target people who go to Staples Center, right? So, I mean, that's it, right? Like maybe that's a little broad. We do 350 meters. And these are the people, anyone who's in this radius, we're going to serve them an ad if they're in a place where they can see an ad. They're eligible to see an ad because we're targeting people out of Staples Center. So the use case here is fantastic. It's you have a product that sells to the Lakers or to the Kings or to the Clippers or anything related, and you want to serve ads to people who you know are fans. So if you have shirts that are Lakers gear, or basketball gear, you can serve ads to people who play, who you see at Staples Center. So the use case here is these are people who are there at the moment, right? So if there's nothing going on there, then you're not going to have people inside this area. So this is valuable to serve ads at the moment. So you want to serve ads to people while they're at the game. The second tactic is a different screen, which is GeoPulse, which identifies people at a specific location. So in this case, I have Walmart, but I can change it. I can say Staples. So these are people, Staples Center. So these are people who go to Staples Center, who are at Staples Center right now. Staples Center. Or these are people who have been there within the past month. So what this targeting allows you to do is, if a person has been to a Staples Center in the last month, we will serve an ad. They don't have to be there right now. They can be on AOL or Yahoo or an app like Flickster, or they could be at home or at work, or they could be doing a lot of different things. But if you are seen at this location in the last month, you are eligible to be served an ad. And it's the same type of thing. It's good for selling gear related to Lakers, Clippers, right? The Kings. So that's the use case. And then anytime you see a user that's been to this location and you can serve them an ad, that's when an ad is eligible to be served. And the deployment of the ad happens in another platform. We use the Trade Desk, we use MediaMath, DataZoo is another platform. So there's plenty of platforms where you can activate this, but this is where you get the data from. Now you can take it a step further and look at a few different things. You can say, if someone goes to Staples Center a lot, I want the fans or employees that go there. I want people who go there on a specific time of day or day of week. And I want this not in the last few months, last 1 month. I want it anyone who's been at the Staples Center in the last year because we know something about them that's relevant. Separately, you have, I pulled this up for Walmart. What this says, the use case here is for a consumer packaged good. If you're selling a can of soft drink or something, and you know that like you're in a test market and you're only being distributed at Walmart, you can say, I want to serve ads to anyone who's been at a Walmart in the last month or last 3 months or whatever, and I want to serve ads to people who are at Walmart. Cool. And so you know that anyone who you're serving an ad to has been at the place where they can buy your product, which is super interesting. You can also add filters, again, to say I want people who go to Walmart a lot, and maybe there's a different type of information you get when there's someone who goes during the weekday or the weekend, right? Or you take it a step further and say, I don't want just any Walmart buyer. I want specifically people who walk into Walmart who are also men, who are also 18 to 35 years old, and maybe they make over $100,000 in income, right? So this lets you segment the user base a little more aggressively. So whatever the data is that you have here, then you go back into the Trade Desk or Media Math and you say, look, anytime I see this audience, I want to serve them an ad, and you upload the ad and you run the media. You can also add additional segmentation in that platform. So for example, let's say that I'm targeting people who are going to the Staples Center. What you can then do is identify people who have been maybe not just at the Staples Center. You can say within 500 meters of the Staples Center or 1 mile of the Staples Center, right? Whatever the case is. So this will show you a mile. And this is really good for a trade area, for a restaurant, for anything that there's a physical location boundary around your radius. This is incredibly valuable. And then you can say, if the person has been at the Staples Center, right, or a mile, but let's say at the Staples Center, now I want to serve them an ad wherever they go. Like for example, you might live in the Valley, Northridge, Sherman Oaks, Encino. I want to serve you an ad when you're back at home. Or you may be visiting the Staples Center from like San Francisco, and I want to serve you an ad when you go back home to San Francisco. You can also set it up to do that. So really, this doing this from this screen, you're looking at where people are right now, whatever the boundary is. So they might be at a Starbucks, they might be at a Walmart, they might be within half a mile of a certain location. Like again, for restaurants, you can serve ads during lunchtime to people who are half a mile around your restaurant, and you can filter then to people who are, if it's a Mexican food restaurant, you can buy ads to people who have been to other Mexican food restaurants, for example. And this is for behavior. People who have been at this location in the past, you want to serve them an ad after they've done the behavior that's defined here. And then finally, you have these behavioral profiles. So for example, if you go to, there's definitions for all these. So let's say, for example, luxury auto buyer. If you go to a Jaguar dealership or you are looking at a Lexus, like this data is being tracked. And then you say, okay, anytime someone's been to one of these luxury dealerships, I want to serve them an ad, right? And then you can intersect them. You've been to Staples Center and you're also in market for a luxury auto. So you would use that maybe if you're a car brand and you have a sponsorship with the Lakers, for example, you might say anyone who's been to a Staples Center and is in market for a luxury car, then you would serve ads to those people. And all this gets activated in other platforms, including the Trade Desk, DataZoo, and MediaMath. All right, I hope this helps.